Welcome back to another episode of the CFoD show. My name is Danny McCormick. Over here is Tommy Breen.
How's it going, people?
And hashtag farewell season continues. Here we are.
The train doesn't stop. Just keeps on rolling.
It wants to.
Just like our MVP last week, Amari Cooper.
My goodness.
He kept rolling.
And look at that. Look how happy he is to have that trophy.
Yeah. No, he definitely understands the prestige behind that award. He's pretty happy of it. Gave Randall a key 2-point victory off of his 38 points.
That is correct. DJ Moore's sad that he's lost.
That's okay.
The hotness.
He'll always be the MVP in my heart for winning me that game against Cody. Good game. Good job, DJ.
Yep.
He's my nominee for season MVP.
Yep. Well, should we just put Andy Reid up here because of all the Chiefs?
Yeah, I mean, we talked about that a couple weeks ago, that we could just put a Chiefs logo down there. And
the Chief FOD?
Maybe next year. We'll see.
Yep.
But
actually, I had a funny thought. There are no Rams up here.
Oh, so there's not.
The Chiefs are 10-1. Rams are 10-1.
Well, the Rams suck.
All right. Well, we're moving on to set number 2. Just moving right along. So we always start off with what happened last week. Ta-da!
What a week it was.
Yep.
You had a big week.
I put up a shellacking on Ashley for no real reason.
Way to waste those 93 points.
Well, I wanted to just secure the first overall seed.
And just send a message to the rest of the league, intimidate them a little bit.
No, I'm really good at scoring a lot of points and then not scoring a lot of points the next week. But I don't need it.
You are known for that.
I don't need to play for 2 weeks straight, actually.
But Jeff did need a win, and unfortunately he got one. I fought valiantly to try to secure that playoff spot for Ralph, but just wasn't enough.
Nope.
Jeff still has good players on his team, and I don't.
Yeah, but we'll get into, once we get to standings, we'll get a little bit more into the scenarios there, which is why we're calling this Wild Card episode.
Wild Card, bitches.
Wild Card episode, or week 13. And then on to Alan getting a win. Not really important.
No one cares.
Bitch bracket preview.
None of it matters.
And then the aforementioned 2-point victory.
Ooh, that stings for Ralph. So, I mean, we talked about this last week, but since Ralph made that trade to acquire those players from Cody, that's 0-3 now.
Yeah.
Since the trade.
Yep. So he's continuing the streak where he's 3 games or 3 game periods. 3 losses, 3 wins, 3 wins. Now 3 losses.
But that's 6 wins.
It still sets of 3 if you pay it. The first half of the season was 6 games, and he went 3-3. Second half of the season is 6 games, he went 3-3.
So he's going to lose again?
He could lose and or win.
Oh, okay. That should be exciting. Ralph should probably figure that out pretty soon, because his playoffs are on the line there. And my bold prediction is on the line there. Because if Ralph makes the playoffs, Jeff doesn't. And if Ralph doesn't, Jeff probably does.
I love that he's 6, 6, and 6th. It's evil.
I don't know why you love that.
It's what is it? Parody? I don't know. Sarcasm? Word that I can't think of? Satire. On to James now. Do you have another documentary segment this week?
No. We actually finished the 5-part miniseries on James Coberly's life last week.
So that means we can stop talking about him on the show?
Yes, we can finally stop talking about him.
God.
Sorry, he bitched that we didn't talk about him enough, so I dedicated 5 episodes to talking about him, and now I never have to talk about him again.
Okay, so in that case, sorry, Justin, you lost.
And Baron won.
Yeah, which keeps him keeps him in 3rd place, which gives him an outside shot at the second overall position.
Yep, that's right.
Second bye.
The second bye is on the line because you've clinched first place, the number 1 seed, and the $150 that comes along with it.
Can pay the electric bill.
Cool. We can get my buttons back so I can make jokes.
Buttons are broken.
Fix them.
No.
Then you're not getting the money. Then I'm going to use your winnings to fix the buttons.
God damn it.
That seems fair.
And I just think it's funny that Cody lost, but he still scored a lot of points.
His team's been doing pretty well since the trade, actually. I mean, he did lose to me, but there's no shame in that. I mean, he's the only one to lose to me this season.
He can still make the playoffs.
Can he?
Yes, let's get into that. let's talk about the wild card scenarios. Sorry about your buttons, buddy.
Thank you.
All right, so we still have the top 4 highlighted in green, clinch the playoffs, and the bottom 4 mathematically eliminated from making the playoffs.
Indeed. We still have Justin in blue because he's going to make the playoffs.
Yeah.
He just hasn't yet.
Yep, because he has, what is that,
170-ish
70 points more than Ralph, 174 more points than Jeff.
So if Justin loses and Ralph and Jeff both win and both outscore Justin by 170 points, then Justin's out.
That's right.
So be nervous, Justin, because it could happen.
Plus, you've got a tough opponent this week in Ashley, who just scored 103 on me.
Just make sure you start a lineup this week, buddy.
Yeah, and you'll be safe.
You're gonna need it.
All right, so here is the scenario for Jeff to make the playoffs. He needs to beat Ralph by 5 points on the week. Mm-hmm. They're not playing each other. So not only does Jeff have to beat Ralph by 5, he also has to beat James, who is fighting for the second by 1 point. Doesn't matter how many points Jeff beats James by, but has to beat Ralph by 5.
He also needs Ralph to lose. He needs to win. And Jeff's currently projected to lose while Ralph is projected to win.
No, Ralph can win and still miss the playoffs.
Okay. So,
as long as Jeff scores 5 more points than him.
Gotcha. I see what you're saying now.
Yeah.
I just don't care.
And then Cody also has a crazy scenario to make the playoffs, which would be beat me, crazy number 1, and then also beat both Ralph and Jeff.
Cody has been known to beat colossal teams that aren't accustomed to losing.
Yeah. It's like his dynasty or destiny, to do that. And but he would also need both Ralph and Jeff to lose, which isn't impossible because they're both playing playoff teams this week.
It's gonna be exciting.
Yeah. So anyways, that does it for standings and our playoff scenarios for Wild Card Week.
#wildcard.
Week 13. And now let's get into Fuck Up of the Week.
Let's fuck it up.
All right.
Baby, you fucked up, you fucked up, you fucked up. This time I don't care, I don't care, I don't care. Baby, you fucked up, you fucked up, you fucked up.
That's right, Fuck Up of the Week. And we're pretty much down to the point where there's good teams and bad teams, so we really only have the one nominee because a good team lost this week.
I have a nominee. How about you for not recording the first time we did the show, and now we have to phone in and do the second time?
That's fair.
It's been a long, grueling season, Danny. I just did a 5-part miniseries on James Coberly, and now you come in here and stop recording the
Here, let me explain what happened. We've already done everything we've done before twice. We got to the Fuck Up of the Week nominee, and that's when I realized I forgot to put film in the camcorder.
It's okay. I've been working on my inner peace, and I'm okay now. And I'm
good.
still...
Good, because the first time we did the show, it was really, really good.
I worked some things out, and we're good now.
Okay, so we can do the rest of the show?
Yep, so Ralph, you fucked up. I'm actually more mad at you than I am at Danny, because you let... Jeff should be eliminated from the playoffs right now. It should be a done deal. Yeah. But no, you had to go and lose to James by 2 points because Amari Cooper was stupid. So fuck you, Ralph. You fucked up. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And now, for everybody's favorite new segment. Hear ye, hear ye. It is time for Tips from the Clusterfucker.
If given the choice between Robert Woods and Kelvin Benjamin, take Robert Woods.
That was this week's Tips from the Clusterfucker. Thanks for the tip, Baron.
Certainly. Hell of a lot better than last week's tip, tell you that much.
Oh, last week's tip was amazing.
Nobody who followed his tip won last week.
I scored 196 points.
You didn't follow his tip.
Yeah. Yes, I did. To the T.
Wait, hold on. Where's my scratch paper? I haven't done algebra since fucking high school. But
Well,
no,
yeah, it's
because you carry the x and you divide by the x afterwards.
Yeah, but no. Here's the thing. When you have a super flex, it actually changes that to a 7.
Oh, I see. So I didn't. And that.
Yeah, so it was the
over
formula.
here.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's a confusing as fuck tip last week, Baron. Let me just say that. Like,
Yeah, well, this week he's got it a lot more simple. So
All right.
that's back to the basics.
nice tip.
So,
I'm supposed to have a button for that.
well, you don't. Because they're not plugged in.
Plug them in. The plug's right here.
No, it's out of service. Don't worry about it.
I'm worried about it. I've been bitching about this for weeks.
Well,
The people are tired of hearing me bitch that there are no buttons.
all right. Well, you've heard it here first. The sweepstakes entrance hashtag for this week is been bitchin' for weeks.
Not that it matters. I mean, people aren't really. I mean, other than Chuck. Chuck's been pretty active in the
Yeah, where did
sweepstakes.
yeah. Well, so anyways, we move on to weekly breakdowns. Yeah.
Sure.
All right.
This is the
CFoD.
weekly breakdown.
That's right. We've got a possible bitch bracket preview. We could see these two teams face up in a couple of weeks just to settle the score. You have anything to say?
Sure, I got some analysis for this one. No one cares, bitch bracket.
Game number 2.
All right, game number 2. Another game that doesn't really matter much other than... Oh, by the way, last one. Consensus.
Oh, yeah.
So on this one, it doesn't matter much other than...
Justin needs to win, preferably, and if he doesn't win, he needs to score points because he needs to not get outscored by 170 by two teams.
Plus, if he wants a chance at the scoring title, he
That's
needs
right.
to have a big week.
He does
He's only 30, 40 points behind me.
No, he could very well come away with the scoring title. So it's going to be an interesting week, but not really much to break down here. Justin wins.
Consensus.
Game number 3.
All right, now we're starting to get into the meat and potatoes of this wild card weekend.
Not really. Baron's playing a shit team. Baron wins.
I know, but he needs to also put up a lot of points to try and get the second round seed or second
The
overall seed. There we go. I'm bad with words.
I know. I've done a show with you for 6 years.
5. Hashtag farewell season.
Hashtag farewell season. Baron wins.
Consensus.
Game number 4.
All right, now we're really starting to get into the meat and potatoes.
Not really. Danny wins.
I want to get the scoring title. Cody can still technically make the playoffs. It's an important game.
Not really. Danny wins.
God damn it.
Game number 5.
Okay, game number 5. Finally, the meat and potatoes of the week. We've got the T-bone steak. We've got the New York ribeye. We've got the gourmet potatoes. That's right, Randall versus Jeff.
Jeff sucks. Randall wins.
God damn it!
Big game of the week.
All right, now we're to the big game of the week. Does this game matter?
Well, Danny, this is an incredible matchup, actually, because James has been on a roll throughout this entire season, particularly during the 5-piece docuseries I did about it.
Yeah.
But that series is over now. Can James continue that momentum that he's carried throughout there? Meanwhile, Ralph has lost 3 straight. He needs this win. He needs to finally get Camaro rolling. He needs to get Thielen rolling. He's got his Gurley back. His team could be the most dangerous team in the playoffs if he makes the playoffs. So this is going to be crazy. James wants to get that second seed. This is basically a playoff matchup for him.
Yeah.
If he gets that win, that's a win for him. He gets to skip to the second round of the playoffs. If Ralph wins, he gets to get into the playoffs. It's going to be crazy. I don't know who's going to win, but I'm picking Ralph. Because fuck Jeff Simpson.
All right, because I like comedy, and sorry, Ralph, it's just really, really funny, I'm going to pick James.
Contention.
Oh.
That concludes Week 13 breakdowns.
All right, well, there we have it, the weekly breakdowns.
Indeed. Boy, do we break it down.
Man, why did you have to punch me?
I went for the consensus. You tried to shake my hand. You weren't ready for it. That's on you.
That's fair. All right, well, anyways, guys, it's been a fun season up till this point. Hashtag farewell season. Send in your sweepstakes emails to the email. Keep on keeping on. And
seems like participation's been down the last couple weeks in the sweepstakes. I don't
yeah,
know what's going
but
on there.
I even told them what the prize was going to be, and it doesn't seem to raise.
I don't know
speculation.
If that didn't pique interest, I don't know what's going to.
Well, what are you gonna do? If you want it, send in the email. Okay. Anyways, I'm coming for you, bitch.
Damn it.
I want this thing.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm gonna think about winning this thing down here. Or at least not being the clusterfucker. That's really my only motivation, is to not be the clusterfucker and to go undefeated next year.
Hashtag Dark Horse. Everybody, have a good week. Go CFoD yourselves.
Go CFOD yourselves. Hashtag Dark Horse is funny when I do it, not when you do it.
Thank you for watching the CFOD show. For more of Tommy's hijinks, tune in next week.